Come here, little one.
What's up?
Hands up.
For why?
I need to make sure you're not smuggling weaponry inside. The fact that you're handing it to me instead of letting me look means you might be hiding something extra now. Hands up. No. No. You'll get it back. You're not smuggling that shit. She was indeed hiding something from me.
Rintel?
One of my
No.
wife's needles.
Alright.
Radio check. We're all waiting for you, Lovely. I didn't mean it like that.
What's the radio?
We don't give that out.
No, but we force it. Pulls out gun.
Swear to Christ, if you have
You didn't realize the fucking sock.
Where you at? Send me your location. I'm heading that way.
Yeah. Looks like it's got a gun to pick up.
Hello.
Yo.
Yo. Like my outfit?
I was there when you made it.
Oh yeah, you were. It's my new incognito.
Yeah, because we had a whole fucking situation.
We had a whole fucking situation.
Her helmet fell off in my car. We got pulled over.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
The cops saw me with him and I couldn't get it back on in time. I mean, I got it back on eventually, but I scrambled into the back of the car, but I may not have been fast enough. We got pulled over and my helmet fell off, and so the cops saw me in the car with Pluto. And then they got in their car and it looked like they were talking all sus. I got the helmet back on, but they may have seen me without my helmet or my beanie in a car with Pluto. So I got a new outfit, so I have a mask now, so I won't have the freaking hat problem. It's not my fault! Don't look at me like that. It was not my fault. So now I have a new outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm eating coconut custard pie.
That sounds delicious. I want coconut custard pie.
I love coconut.
I love coconut too. It's so good.
Big fan of coconut.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Salva.
Oh, Morgan.
Are we ready to get this show underway?
Yep. I'm ready. If everybody else is.
Indeed, we are.
Then let's go. No time like the present.
After you, kid.
Riley.
She's British.
I'm ready.
Where's Mr.
Whoa.
Pluto?
Maybe
Okay, now
outside
come
the
in.
door.
Oh yes.
He was clearly knocking too, I could tell.
It was.
I apologize. Well, do you remember where Alex was last, Miss Evie?
Yeah?
You're going to the same room.
The little one?
The ventilation's set up and people can watch.
Okay.
We can set it up in the big one.
I'd
but
rather
it's
the
gonna
big
guest-
one.
You'll be wearing a mask then. The room keeps it contained, so only you would be subjected to it with few errors, such as what happened to me. But if you prefer that, that's fine.
No, I'll do the little one.
Fear of tight places.
No.
That
Are
can
you
skew the
sure?
results.
It's okay. The little room's fine.
No. Talking about your fears.
What about them?
Why don't you want to go in the little room?
I still like the little room. It's
Big
the
room it
little-
is. But as I said, you're gonna have to NRB mask up.
I don't.
We can't gas us all.
Do what he says.
Okay, little room. Or
We
big
can
room.
move you to the big room afterwards.
Go ahead.
You lead the way, it's your decision.
Always the little room, right?
The little room is through that door over here. But you lead the way as it's your decision to do this in the first place.
Okay.
The hallway will be tight, so you two can go first. I'll watch from the cameras if need be.
Miss Evie, I'd rather not attach all these to you, so you do that, and I'll look away.
Okay, I can do it. Those are the right spots, right?
Indeed.
Okay.
Boy, he's not on this radio. I will check to see if the on your tablet there, see if the sensors are picking up her vitals. To be fully transparent, it'll be myself, Morgan Lynch Crane, and Dr. William Crane here that are going to be working on you today. I'm going to be directly out of it. Should anything happen, you need medication, it'll be William here distributing it,
Okay. Why are you out of it?
because I'm going to be recording my information and thought.
Okay. Okay.
He's one of the best doctors in the city. You should know he worked for you once.
Yeah, I know. I sort of
See
remember.
what we got.
Also, if I remember correctly, specializes in trauma, so. If you look in each corner of the room while he's looking everything up for you, you'll notice there is a ventilation. We're going to be starting at a 30%, and we'll be increasing from there until we get the results we require.
Okay.
You
Heart
shouldn't
rate
emer-
is-
What was that?
I was going to say heart rate is slightly elevated, but aside from that, she's good to go.
That's to be expected. It's good too that you're already nervous.
I'm
Just
ready.
make sure that your the walls of your heart valves are already thickened and tightened, so you're less likely to have any other issues.
It's like we talked about earlier.
Indeed.
That's right.
If something should happen, you start having results we do not wish to see, we're going to go ahead and vacuum the room out of the gas quickly. It'll be a brief second that you can't breathe. and then oxygen will flow back in. At that point, if you can remember, breathe deep.
Okay. I got this.
Lovely. Unfortunately, nothing that you say is going to stop us. We're going to be watching your vitals, and we'll go based off what we believe.
Got it.
I'll be
I won't
monitoring them
stop you.
just by that window.
Indeed.
I have no intentions to stop it. I wouldn't be here if I wanted to stop it.
Well then, I do believe it's time. Do you have anything else you wish to say, do, or anything along those lines before we begin?
I don't think so. You're recording it, right? Like in
We are recording it. Your mother has requested a copy once this is done.
Okay. Okay.
As for our guests, do you all concur with everything that we're saying? Any disagreements? Because I
Can't
won't.
speak.
Because I also won't be going off when you guys say stop either. To be honest, it's the reason I disarmed you.
That's fine. You
Lovely.
good? All right.
As long as cool heads prevail, everything should go smoothly.
Indeed. Well then,
Good luck, Miss Evie.
Thank you.
are you ready, Lovely? Is there anything you wish to say before we begin?
Anything that needed to be said has already been said. Go ahead and give me the word, dear.
Go ahead. Go ahead and hit record, and then tell me when you're ready.
All said.
Okay. For the patient files, Dr. Edward Crane, Warden of the SVPC. Today we are doing a test study on subject 3, Miss Evie Kildare. For the record, can you tell me who you are and make sure you're of sound of mind before we begin?
Evelyn Guinevere Kildare. But everybody calls me Evie.
Indeed. And what is your profession?
I am a doctor for Pillbox Medical. I'm the commissioner of the EMS department, and I am currently a sergeant in the LSPD, the San Andreas Police Force now.
Do you have any qualms before we begin, Miss Evie?
No. I'm ready.
William, if you'll do me a favor, go ahead and start the procedure of pumping the room. We're going to start at a 30% of my serum.
Understood.
The one mixed with mine?
Indeed. Our serum. Do excuse me. You're going to notice the vents are going to start kicking on. You'll hear them. Once you start to hear them, breathe deep for me, okay?
Okay.
Should take a few seconds. You're going to feel discomfort. Your heart rate's going to increase. But everybody feels something just slightly different.
Valve set at 30%.
Lovely. Well then, until the effects start to arise, tell us how you feel. Communicate.
Nervous, but determined to do this. So far, I just can feel my heart racing a little more than usual. I'm kind of cold.
To be fair as well, some people have admitted to the feeling of choking. It's not real. You're able to breathe. You get enough oxygen into your lungs.
It's kind of stuffy in here, though.
Indeed. Rapid temperature rise and fall of your body. It's false, but you'll feel differences.
It doesn't smell weird or anything. Is it supposed to?
Not at all.
There's no
The
odor
point
for
of
it?
It's supposed to be as abrasive as possible. Unabrasive, excuse me. Let's check your vitals. How are her vitals looking?
Find out. Yeah, the heart rate is continuing to rise at an expected rate.
But within
Love
normal limits, yes.
Within normal limits, yes.
Right.
We have all the medication you need just in case. I would say don't worry, but I need you to right now.
Don't worry.
Indeed.
Why?
You know what my guess is.
You know. That's what I'm hoping for, sort of.
We're going to give it a few more moments, and if we see no noticeable changes, we're going to go ahead and increase to a 50%.
I still feel clear, though. I don't... It feels stuffy, but it doesn't feel different. I don't feel different.
Come closer. Let me see your pupils real quick. See, the beginning stages are right there. Her eyes aren't dancing yet, but the clear sign of her pupils dilating.
They are?
We're getting... Indeed, they are.
So it's starting to work then?
It's in your system. A
I
light
don't-
dosage.
I don't feel any different yet.
Well, to put it in perspective, the last subject was hit with 100%. You're consuming about 30% right now.
How much did the others get when they got your original one?
Differences. People take it differently. Different body builds, different. Everybody's body's different, Miss Evie.
Well, I know that.
There's no cookie cutter. Just like drugs affects people differently. This is no different. Go ahead and increase it up to 50%, good man.
My element added the hallucination part.
Do what now?
So I said my element was the part that added the hallucination part, so
Held at
I'm not
50%.
seeing anything though.
And some have hit the 100% mark and felt nothing at all. Quite infuriating.
Who didn't hit anything?
There was some random gentleman we got a hold of and took out to the Polito Pier once. He seemed indifferent to it.
How indifferent?
No change, no spike in heart rate, no pupil dilation, not even a cold sweat. Maddening, really.
It would be, especially when you want to see effects and there are none. At least nothing visible.
Indeed. Fortunately, that was from the Cato strain.
Kato saw nothing?
No, that was derived from Cato's kidney.
You used Kato's kidney to...
When I ripped it out of him, yes. How are you feeling now? Give us a report. Detailed as possible.
I don't know, I still feel cold. And it's still stuffy in here, and then...
When you say cold, do you mean unreasonably cold?
No. Just my fingers are cold.
Blood leaving the extremities to protect other parts of your body.
And toes are cold too.
Yes. Most likely your brain, heart, all of your internal organs. How's her heart rate?
It's still climbing at expected levels.
At any point you feel like she needs to be pulled from the gas, I'm leaving that to you. I'd be skewed on the thought.
Understood.
What did you think when you removed Kato's kidney?
I did it out of spite and vengeance. He begged me not to take it.
Begged
No,
you?
excuse me. He begged me not to take Shan's because I had her in the other operation room at the same time. Oddly enough, as he was begging, I was also getting begging text messages from Mason Wise. Please don't hurt her. She means the world to me. I'll pay you 100 grand.
But you took it anyway.
I didn't take Shan's.
You took his.
I'm a man of my word. Indeed, he begged for it. Take mine instead. I'll do anything for her not to be hurt.
Was he awake when you took it, or was he unconscious?
Oh no, I left him awake.
And then you used it for research.
Indeed. Just like the kidney I took from Evans and quite a few other people, there was the Ados strain.
What's the Ados strain?
Drake Ados's kidney. While I was in prison, my lovely wife harvested them for me.
How many people?
Here in the country, 30 plus. Don't really keep count. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Turn back around. Look at me. Let's take a look at those pupils. You said her heart rate's at expectable levels.
It's still within acceptable levels, yes.
75%.
Understood. Opening to 75%.
Did you ever let anybody die when you took their stuff?
Excuse me.
All the ones, for the most part, that you've experimented on have lived for the most part.
Actually, most of them have died. Kato was the exception.
But the ones
I
you've
do-
taken here seems to have lived.
Indeed. Well, that's politics.
What do you mean?
I can't have every organization, gang, and crew coming after me because I killed one of their members in totality.
So you're just being smart about it.
People can live off one kidney. Those I don't care about, two. Take them, leave them. If I remember correctly, Will, you can correct me if I'm wrong, we crucified Ados to VRPD, or MRPD, excuse me.
That is correct.
Where did you
There's a
feel when you
statement
did that?
against him.
What did I feel?
Mm-hmm.
It was a message, nothing personal.
What was
The
message?
fool should have buried him. Don't fuck with me.
I've sent that message before.
Have you know?
More than once.
Has a 75% increase been dialed in there?
Yes, it has. Should be
Lovely.
bumping in at 75% now.
Miss Evie, I want you to do me a favor and breathe deep. Fill your lungs. No short breaths. Tell me how you feel.
Cold.
Cold seems to be a theme. And what do you see in there, Miss Evie? Your eye activity says you don't see nothing.
Her.
And who is her?
She's dead, so it doesn't matter.
And yet I asked.
Why does it matter?
Because I said for you to tell me, Miss Evie.
But it doesn't matter. All that
I
matters
can-
is...
I can shut off all the oxygen altogether in there and you can choke out and join her if you don't wish to tell me.
You wouldn't do that.
Prep it, William.
It would fail the experiment.
I can find another. Throw one of these in here by my side in your place.
But you don't want to.
Don't want to, no. But I won't let you ruin my experiment.
You'd be ruining it yourself.
There's always more bodies.
There's always more bodies.
So you might as well just share. Why die for a secret?
It didn't matter.
Tell me, Miss Evie.
She died in the hospital and it didn't matter. She's dead! All that mattered is where I was going after she died! She wasn't there! It didn't matter.
And where were you going?
To her house. But she was just as bad. But that's okay, because I fixed that problem. Oh no, I don't know what happened. She just fell over. It didn't go as planned. It was supposed to incapacitate.
What happened exactly?
Food poisoning that wasn't food poisoning. I
Did
couldn't
you poison this person?
It didn't matter.
And yet here you are. Face your fears, Miss Kildare. They've come back to haunt you.
They don't haunt me. Nobody's
Not
ever
yet.
taken me seriously. They didn't either. But they did take, didn't they? Too young to be taken seriously. It wouldn't look good if her name was on the paper. No, they took it. It was my thesis in the first place, but no.
So a thief. You murdered a thief.
I didn't murder. There was accidents.
Did she die by your hands? Did something you do lead to her death?
You say her like it was one.
Explain. You have my attention.
There's blood everywhere.
Blood from poisoning.
No. That was simple. So was the chemical fire. They shouldn't have stolen my work.
And you're not a murderer.
They didn't die. Neither did the ones with the hammer. He showed me how good a hammer could be.
Increase it to 100%. Why do you fear telling people this?
They don't need to know.
No. That I don't believe. This isn't a not need to know thing. You fear what people will think of you.
No, I don't.
Then why not tell the world?
What?
Could,
Tell
'cause you
them how
might be
I
too much
watched
like
his
your mommy.
brain squish out of his skull. I didn't know car doors could be so entertaining, but he taught me they could. Or what it's like to throw a match and watch the fire trace until. Do you think there's
So
a moment where their nerves get overloaded and they stop feeling everything like shock or adrenaline?
apparently, a lot of people feel a lot of cold from the heat before they go. Perhaps that's relief. Perhaps it's eerie to them. What do you think?
I think it doesn't matter. I remember watching so many things. He ripped out his entire throat once. I didn't know you could do that. But then he wasn't talking shit anymore, was he?
Who do you think you're talking to, Miss Evie?
You express yourself through violence, don't you? It's fun.
Are you talking to me or yourself?
What if you're wrong and you hurt someone? Is it worth it?
You're not speaking to me.
It's absolutely worth it. But you couldn't know that. You couldn't see that. So I said test it on the bad people. I've asked everyone. If I'm a bad person. If I'm the monster. I've asked all of them the same question.
And what do you think? Don't worry about what others think. What do you think you are?
I'm supposed to feel something more, right? That's what they expect? I didn't feel it when she died. Just curiosity of what would happen to me. Was I supposed to feel bad when she was choking and they were screaming? They deserved it, you know, they used me.
Do you often feel used?
No. I've sent so many people to their deaths or worse at the hands of the gangs in this city. I used them. And it was fun.
And why are you having this revelation now?
I don't know.
Because you fear that you enjoy it. That makes you that monster. Yes.
I should care though, right?
Who am I to say?
But I figured it out a long time. Just show them what they need to see. Show them so they don't suspect. You don't need to see, and you don't need to know.
Tell me what her heart rate is.
It's up there, but still just within acceptable levels.
Keep the gas pumping.
Understood.
You sound so confident. Why so shifty-eyed, Miss Evie?
Because there's something wrong.
What's that?
I don't know.
Such confidence a minute ago.
I'm. It's like it presses down on me. It's like I told her, like a weight. Like I'm supposed to care about it, but I don't, and I don't understand, and I don't. It's infuriating. And I don't understand.
Why should you understand?
Because I'm supposed to feel something!
What are you supposed to feel, Miss Evie?
Grief or anger or love or any of that, but it's like watching a foreign language and I don't understand it.
How infuriating. What are you going to do about it?
What do I need to do about it?
I'm not your master. You figure it out.
You embrace it. You said it. No matter how good in life you are, you're the villain of someone else's story, so why not be the monster? I don't care about the lives I've taken. I don't care about the people that I've lost. I don't care about the ones that I've hurt and I'm supposed to, but I don't. You learn from them and you move on. But that's not what I'm supposed to feel.
And yet, you do feel that way, right?
I don't want to be alone. Oh, it's dangerous, so you move on. And you hide it and you don't show it. But people leave and people die. That's an unfortunate part that can't be controlled. We all face that path one day, isn't that right? Dr. Birdman said so.
Who do you think I am? Who are you talking to currently? Who's all around you?
All of them.
All of whom?
They all taught me. They're all dead. I should care, shouldn't I?
What do you think?
I think it doesn't matter. I think I am the monster.
Does that frighten you?
I'm not supposed to be like this.
Then what are you supposed to be like?
I don't know.
Try.
I don't know. Not cold, not hollow, not... What do they call it? There's a phrase. I don't remember. Callous with an attachments.
Miss Evie, you are a product of everything you fear. You will fear being alone, being left, being cold. So you've become these things: a barrier, a blockade, an aegis.
You're wrong.
Oh? Enlighten me then.
I'm not afraid of any of that.
I think you're a poor liar.
I think I'm a better liar than you. I think I'm just good at faking it.
And is that what you're doing now, Miss Evie? Faking it?
I don't want to be the monster.
Too bad. You've already became it. Worse than your dear mama. At least she doesn't hide what she is. You know. Spiteful, loathing creature hiding in the shadows, pretending to be what? Like Hart?
I am not like him.
But you are. Hide behind your badge, little one. Hide behind your false morals. Forgetting what you fucking did.
I didn't forget anything. I just know how to play the game the right way. Heart cares about everything.
And you don't.
I care about some things.
But not many. How about the ones in the room behind me?
Pluto's left before. He could leave again.
Oh, good. He's not needed then. Is this what you want? Speak, little one.
It would make no difference. Hades died. Zeus dies. Everybody dies. It's a fact. And if he dies, then we move on. That's just how nature is.
And what of the blue one behind me?
I don't want to lose her. I like her.
Mm-hmm. What if I told you you're going to lose her right now?
Then I'll find a way to kill you. No, I wouldn't go after you.
Do tell.
I can't. It's a secret.
This. Let it be for the record, this is the result I'm looking for. She's not hiding behind some false morals. That is the real her.
I'm cold. I don't feel good. I feel cold. I feel cold.
Shall we shut off the ventilation?
I feel cold.
No, dump the rest of the contents. We're going to its conclusion. Purge the tank in there.
Mm.
Tanks are purged.
You were so big a second ago.
Interrogating.
Face your demons. Go on. We're not as strong as we were a second ago.
Yes,
That
I am.
vicious killer. Prove it. Do something about it. Why are you stuck in there? Some test thing, some toy.
I'm not a toy. You and I both know who the toy is.
Do we?
Yes. And it's not me.
Think you can use my own secrets against me. Clear the air.
I could. If I wanted to.
You would die.
I'd take you with me.
That's the spirit. Go ahead and switch to an oxygen. When fight or flight kicked in, she stood up. How proud. So many cower in a corner or scream bloody murder or cry and piss themselves. But no, this one metaphorically spit in my face. Fantastic. It's how you tell the weak, the strong. It's how you know someone truly. For those of you who've never seen this before, you get to see what the real person is when they're afraid. Anyone strong with a gun in their hands or some body armor or a gang being a volley between them. But that girl right there only had a pane of glass and no weapons. Oh, she's a killer. She'll be worse to her mother. I'll see to that. How's her heart rate?
It's steady. Still elevated, but steady. The room should be entirely purged of gas now.
Go in there and check on her. My gun's unloaded, by the way, you two. Do forgive.
I will.
Right.
Hello, Miss Evie. If you could just hold your arm out for me.
I do hope you're not insulted. Had to be done.
Yeah, it seems like I got other things to worry about now.
My heart's racing.
If you'd just like to have a little sit down there.
I think I'm just gonna lay on the floor.
I am curious, maybe you two can answer this, why she always had a prevalence to sleeping on the floor. Her mother does the same thing.
I have no idea. The only thing I can think of when we lived in the big house, we didn't have a room for her, and she always just like slept on the couch.
Comfort thing, then.
Yeah,
More peaceful times, perhaps.
maybe.
I'm cold.
You can start giving her comforts now.
Understood.
Miss Evie, can you hear me?
Yes.
What is going through your mind at this time? Do you remember the session we just had?
Yes.
And how do you feel about these revelations? Got what you came for. Disappointed. A mixture of both.
You weren't supposed to know.
Which part?
All of it.
The people you killed? The reason you killed them? Your contingency plans for people like myself?
There always has to be contingency plans.
Good girl.
That's how things work.
Tell me about the people you murdered.
My aunt was taking my money after my mom died.
Inheritance.
It was supposed to be food poisoning, but I miscalculated.
So you looked for a small retaliation, and it turned out to be the final.
It wasn't my intentions.
And how do you feel about her death?
She deserved it. But it doesn't matter.
What about the chemical fire? Stole your research, was it?
What would you do if somebody took everything that you had worked on, slapped their name on it, and put it out as theirs? Because they thought you were too young to be the face of it.
You're deflecting the question by asking another.
It was my research.
You take what's yours, huh?
It belonged to me. Not them. And then the building.
But here's the question. A bullet would have sufficed. Poison would have sufficed like you did the first time. Overdose on insulin while they're sleeping. Painless death, but a chemical fire. That's interesting.
No,
That's
it was efficient.
vindictive.
It was simply efficient.
That is a slow death. Painful death.
Yes, but they were all in the same room.
Multiple. Hmm.
One at a time would have been slow.
How'd you feel about their deaths? Any regret?
No. But I left after that.
Do note it's not a full standing on the matter, but she's showing starting signs of psychopathy.
I'm not a sociopath.
I say sociopath.
I thought it would be better here. And I was right. It's been a lot easier here.
What's been easier here?
Everything.
Bringing people to do your duties. To that's actually conflicting. How odd of you, the hypocrisy that is you, not wanting to be looked down upon, but you use it as a shield so often.
Use what?
Why? You don't want to be looked down upon, and yet you use that to get away with quite a bit. Why?
Because it's easy. Don't hurt me, please. Don't hurt me. It's Evie. Don't shoot me. Don't hurt me. It's simple. And it protects me. And then they don't want to hurt me. And then they do things to help me.
You didn't seem too bothered about me killing these two next to me.
You wouldn't have done it.
No, I wouldn't have.
That's why it didn't bother me.
Doesn't bother Will at all, though. He doesn't know him from Adam.
Yes, but he'll do whatever you say while he's in this area. While he's here, while he's in the lab, while he's... It's your show, isn't it?
He's a free man.
Isn't he just?
Careful now. I like you, but careful.
There are all the times I protected you. You really didn't care if I die.
I do care if you die.
That's not what you said.
I care if you die. I don't want you to die.
Even when I left, I still took care of you.
But you still left.
Yeah, but every time you called, I was right there.
I don't want you to die, Pluto.
Well, that is not what you said.
No, what I said is I knew that he wouldn't kill you.
That was before you knew that.
He wouldn't have killed you. If I had been afraid that he would have killed you, I would have done something. If I was afraid that he was going to hurt you, you wouldn't be here.
He's not here because of you. He's here because of your mother.
My mother.
There was some venom behind that.
She can't control everything. She
You're
can't
here
control
now, aren't you?
anything.
To be transparent, these two faults, they fought for your ability to choose.
It was my choice.
Your mother raised up a little tribunal. They both defended me on the matter.
She didn't want me to do this.
No, that's not a hard one to figure out.
I'm still me.
Oh, that I have no doubt. I think you're more of you now than you ever been. The id, not the ego. Your primal self. Not some weak-willed, look at me! Not some weak-willed little thing like you were just trying to be right there. Be the real you. Don't pretend to be like them.
But
Be
that's how
you.
you hide.
Mm.
Being normal. That's how you get away with it all.
End the recording.
Done.
You'll be staying here for the next 24 hours to be evaluated.
I figured as much.
This is not imprisonment. You're allowed to roam the grounds freely. I just ask you don't leave.
I won't leave. There could be side effects. It'd be stupid of me to leave.
Now, if you'd prefer, we could also take you to Red's clinic.
I'm fine here.
I want to see the other two doctors for a moment.
I don't want you to die, Pluto.
Right.
That's not what I said. Riley?
True, but the gas did force it out of her.
I suppose she could see it for herself, but I think she was already very self aware of it. I don't think the gas did much for her at all, if I'm being honest.
Hmm.
Not as
Right.
much for something like some of the other patients we've had, or even myself for that matter.
That is very true. But at least it wasn't a result that didn't end her death.
No,
not gonna-
it was positive. I'm not going to negate your work, darling. As Mr. Will said, it was a success in that manner.
I care little about what she actually came to conclusion of as long as the gas worked. She
Indeed.
didn't die of cardiac arrest or become a drooling mess in a corner.
I wonder if it wasn't strong enough. I wonder what would happen if we used a stronger strain. Perhaps it was the strain itself. Maybe it was
Perhaps.
too soft around the edges, so to speak. Maybe something harsher would result in something different.
We can try it.
That's if she accepts. I don't want to push her into something she doesn't want. I just feel that
Well,
she gave some information, sure, that maybe we weren't privy to, but as far as her personality goes.
Oh,
Have you-
to be completely fair too, the gas doesn't make you tell the truth. I think she lied about quite a few things that she was seeing.
The fact that she was able to control her mind in that sort of way where she could control the narrative is another
Got such a
concern that I
firm
have.
grasp on it, yeah.
I fear that the gas might not be strong enough in that case, then perhaps it's something we need to take a look at. If that 100% she's still able to control herself, remember, darling, the strain that I was under was not the case. From what I could tell from the recording, I was a babbling buffoon.
Indeed. Perhaps my caution for her was too much. Pity. Well, once we get a lab where I can actually synthesize a stronger dose, we'll get it done. In the meantime, we'll chalk this up for the notes and we'll keep an eye on her for the next 24 hours.
Still a success to make me feel like I'm negating your work, darling.
Oh, I'm not saying this. You're trying to negate it.
I
The
speak
point.
firmly, though.
Well then.
I'll
Besides,
take
go
I'll take
ahead.
these I'm sorry. I'll take these recordings and pop them into the computer so you can take a look at them later. I'll need to do some work
Lovely.
in the other room, so do let me know if you need anything, yes?
But of course, do be safe, lovely.
Mr. Whale, always a pleasure to work with you again.
Likewise.
Miss Riley, will you be staying with her today? Hmm. Miss Evie, the doors are unlocked. You can roam outside, you can roam the grounds, but please don't leave. Do you have any final thoughts before we conclude this?
Morgan was right. I shouldn't have done it.
You have regrets now.
No.
You've told me two conflicting things. Which is it?
Yeah.
I'll leave you to your thoughts then. Miss Riley's able to stay as long as she wishes. As I said, you're free to walk the grounds. But as for now, unless something spikes or happens, we're concluding this.
Okay.
You didn't find the answers you were looking for, I suppose.
That's what I already thought.
We often already know all the answers, Miss Evie. We just need a therapist to help guide it out into the light. I'll leave you to it then.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Dr. Crane.
Always a pleasure, Dr. Grant.
These things go different ways. You don't go in with a plan, to be fair. The gun was rude, of course.
You point a gun at me like that again, you're gonna have problems, though.
I fully respect that. It was for her betterment, though.
What in betterment? What does she get out of that?
She knows who she really is now.
Didn't she, anyways, though?
We all think we do until it's all out in the light.
I guess.
You disapprove of what happened in there.
I don't disapprove of what happened. Just thinking of a lot of times where me and Fish, me and Tweeko, we would go after people because they said they were. Evie said that they were messing with her or something like that. Like, I don't even know, like, was any of it actually true? Was she just using me because of how intimidating I am?
To be fair, I believe it's a mixture of both. I don't think she was just using you. I think she cares for you.
Oh, sure feels that way.
But I also think she saw the uses you had while she cared for you.
Who's to know if those people even deserve to have what happened to them?
Who determines who deserves what?
Well, how do I know if she was lying about what they did?
That's a different matter all entirely. I can't answer that.
Right. Two different stories in there, totally. She lied about it. Didn't really care about me. Instantly cared about Riley, which is fine.
Why don't you speak with her when things calm down? Give her a chance to explain when not everybody's listening.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
You're more level-headed than I thought you would be when I first met you.
But not the situation. A lot of it's an act, I guess you could say.
Hiding behind humor. I do think there's some mania there, though.
Oh, there is. Definitely is.
Should you ever wish to talk about it, Mr. Rockefeller, I am available.
I'll keep that in mind.
I believe you'll keep it in mind, but you won't use the services.
We'll see. Who knows? If I have a reason for it. Time's a valuable resource.
That it is. I won't lie. This is why I advocated for the secrecy. Not everyone should always know the secrets of everything.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of not keeping any type of secrets out. Like, what you see is what you get from me.
And yet you're the one with the biggest mysteries above your head.
It's good. It's the way I like it.
More hypocrisy.
Yeah, yeah. Who's not a hypocrite?
Yeah. I like that.
Everyone's a hypocrite.
You know how to reach me, Pluto. I'm always available for you.
How about you set up an appointment for me and tell me to go?
Won't give it a little bit to breathe, but I'll set that up for you.
Sure.
Stay as long as you wish. Use the facilities as you see fit. And enjoy your day, good man.
All right, Crane.